Hi guys, so I didn't really have any time again the past few days to actually do another video for you all. I've been trying to do some more educational stuff, but this last week has been crazy for me. I've managed to do some trading, but I've only been scalping again as I have been the last 2 weeks due to lack of time to actually get behind a computer. So most of my trades have actually been taken off my mobile device. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go through the majors. Dollar yen, pound dollar, euro dollar, Aussie dollar, and USD Canadian. Just to give you my forecast and what I expect the markets to do next week. Again, I won't be trading tomorrow. Mine will start Tuesday, and I'm hoping that I can get another video put in Tuesday with some live trades for you all, so you can actually see me actually execute a trade, get out of a trade, and so on. So this is going to be another one of them videos that you might not be too interested in, but it's all I've got for now, and hopefully it will help you all with something. So here we are. We're going to go into the dollar yen first off. As you can see, the RSI and stochastic on the hourly are massively overbought. You can see this bullish momentum up here. We've been breaking all these previous lows and highs here. So I would say that we're having a shift in the trend. What we're going to wait for though is mainly a pullback to around this area here where we've had multiple retests in the past. If we don't get it there, this will be my second and only other option. So either the blue line here, if I see a bullish momentum, I will enter a buy here, or right here, if I see a bullish momentum, I will then jump into a buy. What we'll be looking for then is a target roughly, if I say we enter here on the first area, we'll be looking for a target around here for around 140 pips if you're willing to hold your trades for a few days. You can obviously bring your stop loss even for 2 to 1, even if the first area here, this area of the last high basically, or what would it be, your lower high. So this would be the previous lower high. Sorry, I always get confused on that bit. So even if it hits this previous lower high, shows a bullish momentum, you decide to buy with these targets 106, 708 and 104, 530, but it carries on to this area with the bullish momentum. Because your profit target is so large, because you're getting such a good entry, you'll be able to survive both with this stop loss, as long as you're willing to be patient and allow yourself to have a bit of drawdown if it were to fall down to this area, where the previous, that's very, very good resistance area here, support area even. In the past, it did drop lower, so this would obviously be the main support. But if I go up to a different time frame, you should see. See if we can find out. So you can see here. So on the first blue line, we had a nice little bit of structure here back in 16th of March, back in March, which is obviously a key time for Forex due to the virus. But basically, I'm very confident in either one of these two areas. What I'd wait for, even if you wanted to drop down to 15-minute time frame, wait for a double bottom and go up, wait for some other confluences, oversold, overbought RSI, or using Fibonacci, or whatever tools you want to use. I'm just pointing out these two areas of my interest, and I'm going to be watching these two areas to see what happens with them when it comes to it. So that's dollar yen, that's what I'll be looking for, that's what I'll be targeting, 145 pips. If it comes down to here, if it goes down to the next one, I might still enter on the first line if I see any form of momentum building. The dollar's been incredibly weak once again. I think we should start seeing a little bit of positive against the dollar now moving up. So I'm hoping that we're going to see the dollar yen fall Monday down to my area, and then I can get into the trade on Tuesday. Sometimes if it's after 12 on Monday, I will enter trades after midday, so I like to give it some time after the weekend to see where it's going. Basically, I'm rambling on. This is what I'm going to see for the dollar yen. Pound dollar, we had a nice trade on this last week, 100 pips. Could have got a lot more, but I set my targets and let it hit. I could have got 280 and I had no drawdown whatsoever. The main reason is off this yellow line here, which was actually drawn from the daily time frame along this structure here. And if I go down to the hourly, you'll see that momentum candle here although it took a few more hours after it started moving and hadn't stopped. I then got into a short on this structure here, which is only, I think I only got 25 pips out of it. Right here, I only managed to get about 25 pips, so I got out of it a little bit earlier, but it was mainly because I was actually out shopping at the time, so it wasn't a great risk reward ratio, because I actually had it here, so it was like a 0.5, but my original target was a 1-to-1, but basically due to me being out shopping and being too busy, I didn't let it run. It was a weekend, I didn't want to hold it for 20 more pips. I was happy with the profit. I took the trade out and that was it. It didn't actually have much drawdown at all, so I got out of that quite nicely as well. What I'm waiting for now is obviously come down to this area of structure here, where we've got multiple retests in the past. Go over to the 4 hour, let's just have a quick look at the structure on the 4 hour here. So on the 4 hour here, we've got this area over here back in the 25th of February. So it's quite a nice little area here. What I'll be waiting for is to see if we can retest that, a little bit of oversold, and carry on with the trend, because obviously this is a massively bullish trend. There's been multiple. So for example, these 3 lines I drew pretty much the whole forecast time that I've been doing it. I've been saying let's buy here, we bought. Wait for the yellow line. I didn't actually show you guys the yellow line, I do apologize, I don't think, unless it was on my last video, can't remember, but I've got another buy here, and now what we're waiting for is another pullback here, and we'll go up. And even if you were to get a double top, I'll be looking more at a double top, because I don't know how much longer this momentum's going to be going for. The bullish momentum's going to run, so this bullish trend's been for quite some time because the dollar's been so weak. So what I'll be looking for is a buy, but only up until this double top. Once we're at the double top, then I don't know if I will actually buy any more into this market. I think I'll wait. So we've got that. The euro dollar then, again, we've got this daily trend line, daily resistance support structure line, whatever you want to call it. What we could wait to see, you can see it's oversold. We might be able to see a little bit of momentum here off this yellow line, either a break or a momentum. And again, I'll be looking for double top, because again, like the pound, because it's the dollar market, it's been bullish for quite a long amount of time. You know, there's still a lot more room all the way up to these highs. So there is a lot of room, another 600 pips to go for it to be, you know, way over up to its latest highs. But for me, what I'd be waiting for is at least some structure. With the pound, what I forgot to mention on the daily, it was incredible. It's literally have had no pullbacks in such a long amount of time, like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days with no pullback whatsoever. So I think we're going to see some bearish momentum on this. At least if we can get double top out of it, there's 140 pips there from 130, 170 area. Euro dollar then, coming back to, sorry, I was just showing you the pound dollars daily, what's happening over there. But with the euro, I'm thinking around the same thing. We'll go for a double top and get out of it, mainly because it's been bullish for so long. I think Donald Trump's going to start thinking, or at least the Fed will start finding new tricks and new ways to try and put a bit more positivity in its economy. It needs to. It's been so weak that it needs to, really. And I think it's taken a lot of people out of the blue. So the Aussie dollar now on the hourly, you can see it's actually back down to this structure that's been holding extremely well on the hourly. I was looking for buys from here, but the only closest one we ever had was here, so I haven't actually traded much for the Aussie dollar. I will keep this blue box here that I'll be looking for, but really I haven't really got any buyers for this. For example, it might pull up to a structure around here and then fall again. If this is the case, I will then be looking for a sell from around this blue box area here, okay, and then we'll follow it back down, because it could be a shift in momentum on the new market, especially with the latest news from the Aussie. If I go over to the news, let me just show you Forex Factory. I always forget to do this actually. So I use Forex Factory for my news and information this week. So we've got a lot of news coming out for the pound, New Zealand, the Aussie dollar, but also with the Aussie dollar earlier this morning, it was actually sent to me on my phone. It was something like the virus is state of disaster declared in Victoria. So although the news is already released, we should see a market open low already. So then what I'm waiting for then Monday is maybe a little bit of a bullish move up, and then we'll sort of see another short. So always remember about the news, guys. So Forex Factory, I always forget to add this in. Forex Factory, I filter mine, so there's a filter button here, and I just look for bank holidays and high impact. I'm not so worried about medium and low impacts because it rarely makes a difference, and if it does, it's only for a short period of time. So just remember, we've got NFP this Friday. We've got a lot of monetary policy summaries and unemployment rates, so you really careful this week. Aussie dollar and USD CAD has been stuck in this range. It managed to break out, but I would call that more of a fake out than anything else. To go over to the 4 hours, a bit easier to see. Well, technically speaking, I could bring it down actually here. So it's been set in this range. I'm not sure where it's going to be going. You know, it wants to go higher. As you can see, it's trying to push, the bears are trying to push it lower, but the bulls are just saying no. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's been like a whole week of constant fighting. You know, it's just going down, it falls down, but then comes back up, falls down, comes back up. So again, like the Aussie dollar, USD CAD, I'm a little bit skeptical about where it might be going. So really, the best ones were the Aussie dollar, yen. This is probably the most exciting pair that I've got. That should set up nicely. Dollar CAD a little bit difficult. The pound dollar then, we wait for the pullback there and come back up. Euro dollar then, same as the pound. Aussie dollar then, we're going to be waiting for. With the Aussie dollar then, we're going to be waiting for an area here. What I want is probably a pullback here to around this structure, another bearish momentum down, a pullback up to this little box area, and then we can get into a sell. Although you have to have a little bit of patience with it, it might be a nice setup to have. Okay guys, sorry again that I've managed to not do another midweek video. I'm going to go back into more training with you all. I'll start showing you how I'm trading. I'll try and get a live trade in and show you guys, but because I've been scalping, it's been quick. You know, I'm getting in and out of trades within hours rather than days, and sometimes even minutes. I think I had a USD Mexican peso dollar trades, the dollar against the Mexican peso, where I got into a buy. I can't remember when it was. It was around this area here, and I literally was in it for I think 4 minutes. Really short trade, but I did put quite a high amount of leverage on it, a little bit of a higher lot than I would normally, so it was an amazing profit. Dollar peso is awesome, but you do need to be very careful. It's like the gold, it moves fast and it moves hard. The gold has been impressively crazy. I thought the 1980 was its max. The 1880 was its max. I've been waiting for that area to look for shorts, but it's just been keep on going. It's been insane. But you can see it's sort of stalling here. So I will, if I get into any gold trades, I'll do a video on that because I do love gold. But you can see here it's quite flat now. It's struggling. We can see a little bit of divergence in the RSI. You can see it's making highs, but the RSI is actually making new lows. So we could see a potential short coming up shortly. Okay guys, so hopefully any of this information will help you, and if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to drop them below with a like and subscribe button. Thank you.